Hi everyone, it's Kathie Ryan here in Bundaberg, Queensland, and this is take 2. Before you see a 12 by 16, no that way, inch or 30 by 40 centimetre canvas, which I have covered with some paint that I had from previous pours, and as you can see it's sort of a beigey, very pale grey. It's really quite pretty, but who knows what it's got in it because it's there. And I've just as I was about to turn on, a couple of bugs landed, so there's where I got them out there's a couple of little splodgy marks, but that won't matter because I'm going to swipe. What I did earlier this morning was a centre swipe, and it was really pretty, and there was a patch, and so I used a cloth, and quite by accident I got the most amazing patterns. So I've never seen anyone else do this, so I'm thinking that I might have accidentally found another technique. Now what I use is these, right? This one's cut in half. I do that just so I get to use 2 for the price of 1, and they're like a chucks, I think they call them. I get them in the hardware store. Nice big long ones, you see, and I use these for swipes, and so that's what I used this morning, which actually gave me this new pattern. So I do not, well, I know for a fact it will not work if you use a more solid thing to swipe, like the plastics and things that people use. But with this, or probably any other cloth, and Priscilla Betzel uses the bottom end of an old t-shirt, that would also work. So we'll get back to that after I've done the swipe, and I'll show you what I found. Hopefully, that is, because I only ever did it the once, and this is the second time, to see if that was just a coincidence, or, you know, because sometimes that happens, doesn't it? So we're going to see. So first up, it just starts off with us as a swipe. Now, I'm suggesting you could do any type of swipe you want. It doesn't matter. You can put the paints on any way you like. That first one this morning, I actually had all the paints on my dustpan, and then I used a scoop and put them out. But I don't know that would be irrelevant. The fact is, it's after the swipe that this technique comes into play. So yeah, that's about all I can tell you. As I said, I'm just now doing this one to see if the first one was an accident. I hope not, because that first painting from this morning is really nice, and I'm going to put it on YouTube when I, whoops, that's a bit too much, when I put this one, and then probably tomorrow, because it's getting a little later now, I'm going to do another one of these if this one works out, but I'm going to use some enamels, and I'll mix those with some metallics just to see how they behave themselves. I know I'm using a lot of paint here, but I'm excited. I was excited this morning, and I was going to leave this until tomorrow. I haven't used this pale pink before. Looks uninteresting if you ask me, that's probably why. Right, so now I'm going to swipe with black. You don't have to, as I said, any way you swipe, this should work. And it's kind of, I said earlier in the other painting, in the other video, that it's a bit like a cross between a bloom smash and a balloon drag, and you shall see what I'm talking about shortly, coming up as soon as I get this untangled. Oh, talk about butterfingers, come on. Okay, so here we go. In you go. Are you nice and damp? Yeah, here's good. I do have silicone in each of these paints, as well as the whatever's in that bottom one. And then we go back over the edge. Now do the edges while I'm here, because of the lovely paints that are on the cloth. And I'm getting some lovely cells, but I think I've got too much black, so I'm going to swipe again. Where'd the cloth go? I had two. Lost. It'll blow away because it's quite windy here. Oh, that's strange. Alright, I just cut them out. Alright, I'll use the same one. I'm no complain. Oh, look at those. Alright, so I want more colour out. So the colour's got to be under there someplace. Hiding. Just take this black off. And here comes the colours. Okay, so now what I did, I should be showing you, it doesn't matter if it drips on. I've just folded that in half, I fold it in half again, and then drag it up to myself like that, and that is what I did. I mean, how easy is that? And it's actually bringing the colours up from underneath, but I might just see how it goes, since this is a test pattern. If I wet this, okay, so I've just dipped that in water, this piece. It's only a small piece, I was wiping something on it, and I've just dipped it in water to see how it goes, because there's rather a lot of black. Yeah, there we go, look, unbelievable. And it just depends how you want to move it, what sort of pattern you get. I've got too much paint on there, so I'm going to tip some off. I'm not tipping that part off though, because that's rather pretty, but this bottom part is too thick. So, oh well, see how much paint I shouldn't have. I'm a wicked person. Alright, so this will still work. That's pretty on its own. Just bringing that down to the middle. How's that? Oh yes. That's actually prettier, I think. Alright, so where's my scissors? Cut this black bit off. Don't know where they are. I'll just get another cloth. I'm easy. I don't know what happened to that one I did have. Alright, so a bit more water. And it's scrunched like I showed you. And here we go. Yeah, it is better with less paint, see that? And you can just put these wherever you want them. Because it was a centre swipe on the first one, I ran it right across the centre, and it was lovely. But this one, of course, I've just tipped the centre parts off, so it's going just as nice anyway. But I won't go across the centre, and this is all I did. And it's working out almost, well, like I said, it's a type of a cross between a balloon smash and you know, a swipe with a balloon, drag, whatever you want to call it, and then you can just go wherever you like. Bring up the colours from underneath or not. I'm just turning it as I go. You get different patterns from whichever way you're turning it. And it's really good. It's fun. Let me see how this will go. If I do that, and then I'll just take some of this paint off by scraping it off, and open this up a bit more again, scrunching back up again. Yep, that works as well. So, I might put a bit of pink here now. Try that. So that's it, people. I think all up, that's a pretty good indication that this actually works, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be doing some more, and as I said to you just before, I'm going to do one tomorrow with the metallics and the enamels. I'm thinking here instead of talking. Alright, I don't know that I can want to take that any further. You can still, you know, play. You can even play with the ones you just did. Or not. I'm just going to torch this and then I'll bring you down to show you. Look at the size of those cells. That's because the cloth has agitated the paint even more. So, yeah. I've got so many cells now, you can hardly see the patterns that I just did. So there's only one other thing to do, see what happens now. Alright, we will. I'll just do this, get a bit more water. Scrunch him up, hold him over, scrunch him up, and we'll just try here, right? Yeah, see that? That's working over the top of the silly cells. They thought they were going to trick me. That's not working either for them. Okay, so, alright, that's how this can be done. Like I said to you, I only just fathomed it this morning, and I rather am taken with it. So I'm going to bring you down to have a look, and the recipes for these paints and the pouring medium are under Show More at the bottom of this video. There's also a link there to my Facebook group, which is Australia Art Dreaming. You're more than welcome to come there and join us. There's a link there to Priscilla Betzel's Amazon which is where you'll find, amongst other things, her amazing book, which is called Because I Can. And there's a link also to Fine Arts America, where I keep many of my paintings. So this is very busy. It looks like city lights, doesn't it? Very pretty. I'm very happy with this. And this is easier than fiddling around with a silly balloon, because I say silly because I've never really quite managed to control it. So, but this is a lot easier. I think in tomorrow's little method I won't put any silicone in. I'll just have no silicone and see what happens there with the enamels and the metallics. But that's that one, and it's a beauty. And please give me the thumbs up, and I'll catch you in Australia Art Dreaming, or in the next video. Bye for now.